As this year is packing its bags, can I ask you something? Why do you still feel tired even though we survived everything? Hi, I'm Aoki. How is your year end? In the last days of the year, I've been laughing at how much random stuff, habits, and worries secretly stole my energy this year. So before 2026 knocks on the door, I want to share 10 things I'm gently letting go of. Some serious, some surprisingly silly, to start the new year lighter, calmer, and smiling a little more. It works for me, so I hope it will do the same to you. Let's begin. Thing 1. Clothes you haven't worn in over a year. Have you ever opened your closet at the end of the year and laughed a little? Because somehow it's full, yet you still wear the same few outfits? I had that moment last winter. I stood there holding a jacket I bought with great optimism and zero real-life occasions. In Japanese, there's a word called mottainai. It expresses regret over waste, and it sounds beautiful. But I realized something the hard way. Keeping clothes we never wear isn't respecting them. It's quietly ignoring them. What surprised me most was this. Those clothes weren't just fabric. They represented versions of myself. The new year me, the more confident me, the someday me. Some of those versions never showed up, and honestly, that's okay. Letting one piece go felt strangely emotional and a little funny at the same time. If one item in your closet makes you smile or sigh when you see it, you might sit with that feeling for a moment and see what it wants to tell you. Thing 2. Comparing yourself to others. Have you noticed how much you've compared yourself with others near the end of the year? Suddenly, everyone online is reflecting, winning, and apparently finishing the year stronger than ever. I remember scrolling one night and thinking, did everyone secretly level up while I was doing laundry? Comparison is human, but endless scrolling turns it into a quiet energy leak. Zen teachings often say, sit where you are. Peace doesn't live inside someone else's highlight reel. Last December, I unfollowed several accounts on my TikTok and Facebook, not out of anger, just honesty. My breathing softened almost immediately. If something online consistently shrinks your mood, you might experiment with giving it a little distance. Thing 3. Unused apps. When was the last time your phone felt calm instead of busy? Mine used to vibrate like it was anxious on my behalf. Hundreds of apps, thousands of unread emails, notifications popping up like tiny thieves stealing focus. I once found a bunch of apps I didn't even remember installing. That moment was so weird. Japanese tea masters design rooms with almost nothing inside because they understand something we often forget. Space itself has value. Digital space is no different. One evening before New Year's, I deleted a few unused apps. Nothing dramatic happened, no emergency, just quiet. And surprisingly, I had a better sleep. If your screen feels louder than your thoughts, you might gently ask which icons no longer need to stay. Thing 4. Guilt over past decisions. Do old regrets knock louder when the year slows down? They seem to appear right when the fireworks are being planned. I carry my own list of, I should have done this thing, I should have done that thing, blah, blah, blah. But I learned that guilt, when held too long, stops teaching and starts punishing. In Japanese philosophy, wabi-sabi reminds us that imperfection is not failure. It's proof that we lived honestly. One winter night, I wrote down a regret and quietly threw the paper away. The memory stayed, but the weight didn't. Some lessons don't need to cross into the new year with us. Thing 5. Yes person. Have you ever said yes while your body was already tired? I did that a lot this year. Smiling, agreeing, showing up, and slowly disappearing. Then I realized I literally don't have time for myself. I always said yes to parties, to my boss, and even to my neighbors that I rarely see them in the whole year. Being kind is beautiful, but when pleasing others becomes an identity, something personal gets lost. So now, I only say yes with things that can make me feel hell yeah, and anything else is no. Thing 6. Items kept just in case. Do you have a drawer filled with just in case items? Old cables, outdated electronics, a kitchen tool you used exactly once in 2019. I had one drawer like that. Every time I opened it, it felt unsettled, like my past was preparing for imaginary emergencies. When I released one unused item, the drawer felt lighter. So did my thoughts. If something hasn't helped you all year, you might ask whether it still belongs in your next 2026. Thing 7. Negative relationships. Have you ever left a conversation feeling more tired than before? I used to think that meant I wasn't trying hard enough. Not all relationships are meant to last forever. Some arrive to teach us, shape us, and then quietly complete their role. Last year, I didn't cut anyone off. I simply invested more time in connections that felt mutual. Balance appeared without drama, so you should know that letting go doesn't always look loud. Thing 8. Believing busyness equals worth. Do you still say, "I've been so busy," like it's proof of importance? I did that too, wearing exhaustion like a badge. But in a Zen garden, nothing rushes and nothing is wasted. Your worth isn't measured by your calendar. This year, I protected one empty hour a week. At first, it felt awkward, then it became sacred. Thing 9. Expired products and old paperwork. Have you opened a random drawer lately and seen bunches of expired medicine, old receipts, forgotten papers quietly asking for attention? I cleared one drawer in 10 minutes last December. The satisfaction surprised me. It felt like closing a mental tab I forgot was open. If one drawer keeps calling your name, you might give it a few quiet minutes and see how completion feels. Thing 10. The fear of empty space. Do empty spaces make you uncomfortable? The silence, blank schedules, bare shelves. In Japanese aesthetics, the word ma, empty space, is essential. Emptiness isn't absence, it's possibility. This year, I left one shelf empty. No explanation, just space. At first, it felt strange. Then I felt only peaceful. Sometimes emptiness is how the new year finds room to enter. If one small space in your home feels crowded, you might wonder how it would feel to let it breathe. And finally, as the year quietly wraps itself up, can I ask you something? Do you really need more, or do you just need less noise? I've learned that a simple life isn't about adding habits or goals. It's about choosing what truly deserves your energy. As 2026 approaches, maybe this isn't pressure. Maybe it's permission to breathe again. Before you scroll away, can we pause for one small moment together? I'd love to hear. What is one thing you're ready to let go of before 2026, even if it feels silly or invisible? You can share it below in the comment. And if this space feels calm to you, you're welcome to stay. Now, stay safe, have fun, and Happy New Year.